Black Magic, or Sentat, is a 2018, if I'm not mistaken, horror film that's streaming on Tubi currently. And I randomly came across it and randomly decided to watch it because of the poster. It is partially Indonesian and partially English. It takes place in Indonesia from a visiting American family where the husband is Indonesian and his mother and family is Indonesian. And I did not expect that going in, but I thought that was cool. And what we have going on here is a lot of Indonesian lore and legend and uh, black magic stuff kind of thing, like cultural stuff. I'm blanking on the word right now, but there's a lot of Indonesian lore going on in the film, and the main guy's mother, the husband, uh, and father got involved with some black magic and some really bad juju stuff, and the father ended up killing himself before the film, so we're not introduced to him. But the mother starts to suffer from these weird possessions and stuff like that. She's hospitalized. They don't know what's wrong with her because she's healthy otherwise, but she's going through a lot of mental distress. And they're staying at the mother's house, his wife and two daughters. And basically, it's just a family drama with a lot of weird stuff that starts to happen towards the third act, and it is a very low budget film, but with an interesting and cool and creepy plot. If you like that, supernatural voodoo dark stuff, then it's a really cool watch. I had a good time with it. The biggest flaw and the biggest downfall that this film has, because it's a low budget film, is with the acting. I would say the acting is quite subpar from pretty much everybody in the film. They fluctuate from better to worse, but it's just the acting that you can really notice that the acting is pretty amateur. But the directing and the story and the plot itself is actually really good for a low budget film. You get some good effects, you get some practical, some CGI. The CGI does not look terrible by any means for a low budget film. You get this one scene even with a car flip that I was very impressed with, because you don't usually get that from low budget cinema because they just usually don't have the budget. And the film is paced extremely well. It plays slow burn, so it does take some time at the beginning building up on things, but it does build up to some great payoffs and really creepy moments. And I like the lore and the atmosphere and everything involved with the black magic and where it went with that theme. I really had a good time with it. The family is fine. Like I said, the script is what it is. It's simple. It's not you know I don't think they gave this one many drafts or anything like that. I would say the worst thing, like I said, is the acting. That's where I would say that's where I would put my biggest negatives, and that could have been partially from the script too. That the actors and actresses didn't have much to work with really, but the what brings this film together is how it's directed and how it's shot and how it's handled with its theme. And I think its theme is handled really well. I liked the location of Indonesia and like the way it looks and everything they shoot there. It looks very realistic, like it's actually taking place there. It feels authentic. The characters feel genuine. For they there's not much development. You get most character development with the father, because he's dealing with his mother, and you get him most on screen kind of thing. And then he keeps insisting that his wife take the kids back to America, but she refuses. She wants to stay, and then lo and behold, she unfortunately gets herself involved in all the chaos that's going on, and there's tension between the husband and wife because the husband has things that he knows about this lore and what's going on, and secrets that he doesn't want to let the wife know because he doesn't want to scare her, he doesn't want to frighten her, so that's why he's trying to push her as much as he can to leave the country and let him deal with this by himself. But yeah, so you get most I can't even speak. You get the most development with the husband, but the wife, the kids are kind of just there. They're dealing with the chaos kind of thing. You don't get a ton of development with them necessarily. You don't get a ton from the wife or anything like that. But they're believable when it comes to their interactions and relationships with each other, kind of thing. If that makes any sense. And then the way the makeup looks a lot like there's this scene in a grocery store that really creeps me out, and there's moments like that that they do a really good job on, and the director knows what he's doing and knows how to hold a shot and make a shot and put creepiness into the film, into the look of it. So I really appreciated that. It's free on Tubi streaming. I'm gonna look for the DVD because I know the DVD's out there. And if I can get my hands on the DVD, I would definitely love to own this film. I had a really good time with it, and I was really impressed with it. I gave this one a 3.5 out of 5. That's a really high score for a low budget film. And aside from the subpar acting, like I said, everything else is pretty above average when it comes to independent low budget cinema. So props to this film, and it's definitely worth seeing this spooky season. So another spooky season recommendation: go check it out on Tubi or go find it on DVD, and subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you'd like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more soon, so stay tuned for those. Check out what's on the channel already. Stay tuned for what's coming. Until next review, have a good one. Take care and cheers.